when you're young and you're hustling and you're just trying to get your break and you want somebody to pay attention to you, you're sending out your resumes and nobody's responding. You know, folks that are really out here hustling and really want it bad enough, you're going to do what you got to do. And I remember it had to be like 1996. I was still in college. At that point, I wanted to intern at least at one of Miss Hughes' radio stations, and I just couldn't. Nobody was responding. You know, I sent my headshot, sent my tapes, I sent my resume. But then I heard she was going to be at the Vibe conference in New York City. Now, I didn't have gas money. You know, I just kind of hitched a ride with one of my friends. I remember it was a hoopty. We rode from Philadelphia all the way up to New York City. One of the doors was taped closed. That's what you called natural air conditioning back there. But, and then I also couldn't afford to get into the Vibe conference, so I snuck through the back door. And Miss Hughes was in one of the green rooms getting ready to get up and speak. And I kept trying to get into the green room, but security wouldn't let me into the green room. Finally, somebody got up, I guess, to go to the bathroom who was sitting in the front of the conference. And I just copped the squat right there in their seat. I'm just going to keep it warm. And Miss Hughes got to her Q&A portion of the panel. And I stood up immediately and was like, I'm in Philadelphia and I'm just wanting to know how a college kid can get an opportunity at Radio 1. You know, that's the best way when you put somebody on the spot like that. And Miss Hughes, being Miss Hughes, was like, you know what? Talk to me afterward. I'm going to give you the telephone number. We're going to make sure you get an internship. So that was at what was then Philly 103.9 in Philadelphia, a newly launched station. And I came in as an intern. By that next year, I became the youngest music director in the country. I was still in college, and I was actually a music director. And, you decide what music goes on the radio, how often it plays. I mean, that was crazy, right? And then from there, I had gone on to become a radio personality. And that led to a 20-year amazing radio career. Had I not gone ahead and hitched that ride in that taped up hoopty, had I not snuck in the back door to make it happen in that Vibe conference. Thank you, Vibe, by the way. I think I owe you some sort of conference membership. And had I not had the courage to stand up and ask the question of Miss Hughes right there, closed mouths don't get fed. But truly, has she not had the spirit of wanting to pour into and give back, has she not been a woman of her word, I wouldn't be sitting here today on television either, because radio led to me finding my voice, led to me being comfortable speaking my truth, and now being in 82 countries across the world. Look at that. Look at God. Won't he do it? Look at Miss Hughes. Won't she do it?